Coming up on 2025, are we thinking about going back to TikTok?
You know what? That's funny. I have been marinating the idea for 2 months now. Yes, 2 months, because I'm the most indecisive person you'll ever meet. And the only way that I think I would successfully come back to TikTok would be if I did something. I would either have to do the same exact thing.
Yeah, every day. So can you explain what you did in 2023? 2020, yeah.
Yeah, in 2023, January 1st, I started posting like fit checks and get ready with me videos on TikTok every day for 1 year. It was a feat. It was so difficult. I almost crashed out and myself, but I got through it. By the end of it, dude. I mean, if you remember, I was
You were so
wasted. I was so fucking wasted.
You were so just ready for it to be done, you know?
And so it's either going straight back into that, like nothing ever stopped, which would be easy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably wouldn't do it as consistently. It's an idea. The second thing is doing something completely different, still flexing the fits and the clothes, but like I've always wanted to be one of those taste testers in cars where like people go to drive-thrus and they show the new like McDonald's burger and then eat it, and it's like ASMR food review.
Oh, so not even clothing. Like,
well, I
just
would still
fully
flex. I would still flex.
Okay.
But it would be all about food. Now that I'm thinking
I
about
like
it,
that.
I've also
I like the McDonald's idea.
To losing like 50 pounds next year. So that's probably out of the question.
Not to be a dickhead, you did say this last year.
Let's get into this.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Manly Things.
Sort of.
Podcast where we're talking men's fashion, and we're at the end of 2024.
Can you believe it?
So we've done it basically over a year.
It was a leap year.
2024 was?
Yeah. Do you not remember?
No.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been a whirlwind for you.
It's been a crazy... Yeah. I mean, it was February. I would not have known what's
True.
Yeah. My name is Evan Simmons, celebrity menswear stylist. Sally John over here.
My name is Sally John, and I haven't created a career or like a job recently. So let me go back. Hey, what's up? My name's Sally John, and I just got a private membership to the Magic Castle, and I'm learning magic. And
wait,
it's not real.
But that's a path we can go down. Have you ever been to the Magic Castle?
No, one of my our producer's cousin works there, and we've been invited.
We can.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Manly Things maybe end of the year party at Manly
Kristen
Things.
Scrunchy. If you're hearing this, please hit me up.
Samantha McMillan's husband is a magician and is a. So I can ask for tickets too.
Okay. He's
it's
even
really
more
easy
of a
to
connect.
go. It's okay. It's a blast. Okay, we're gonna do it. Merry Christmas, everyone. Yeah.
Oh my God! Thank you very
Hanukkah.
much.
No, first and foremost, we just want to thank you. This has been a pleasure working with you, working with the team that we have built here, and creating a baby that's grown into a little toddler, and it's got some legs. And we genuinely appreciate just people who are listening on a daily basis, weekly basis, people commenting, people actually sending in some of the images that we've kind of broken down. Genuinely, thank you so much for listening and being a part of this.
Yeah, it's nice being a toddler. I mean, we've been learning to walk for I think this entire year, because we started in 2022. We've been learning to walk this entire year, and wait, did we start in 2023?
Yeah, at the tail end.
Shit,
last year. Yeah.
We've taken a few steps. Fell right on our faces, but we're getting there. We're taking our first steps.
It's a learning process for us too. Like, this is the very first time we're obviously doing this, sitting in front of the camera behind the mic. I never thought I would do this, so the fact that we're actually here over a year. Thank you so much.
I've always wanted to do this, and I really appreciate you for having me on
All
here.
right, let's not get
Also,
yeah, it's fine. Cool.
our producer,
Yes.
David Cornswood, aka Superman, said that we're on fire the last
Yeah.
few episodes.
He's not one to send a lot of praises, and so he's actually, he's happy with it.
Whew.
No, we had a Christmas party this past week that I went to with some friends, and 2 people came up to me saying that they bought a pair of jeans because of us, and someone was wearing a watch because of just our conversations about watches and jeans. And so we're making it even 2 people. It could have been 1 person. Shout out Shelby Hackett, our cousin, and then Andrew Sember. Thank you guys. One of my best friends forever. So it honestly, it means a lot. And like, they don't have to listen to shit. It could be garbage, but we genuinely thank you so much.
I spoke to my father a couple of days ago, and he was like, "You guys are funny." One of the greatest compliments I've ever received.
Hey, I like
my
it.
father gives no compliments.
Love it.
Anyway, less about me.
Yeah. Sorry,
what are you
we're
wearing?
done. Rag and bone sweat. I've been into sweaters lately, especially like a little oversized. The annoying thing about it though is the sleeves aren't great, and so I bunch it up. As the episode goes on, I'll probably do this 10 more times. So think about a full day. I'm doing it constantly. I just like the feel of it. It's great, easy. And then I've been wearing these RL jeans every day because just trying to break them in. And I'm liking the lace up Wolverine Vibrant boots. Yeah. And a Seeger hat, obviously. And I did get a new watch.
What? Wait, hold up. Can I see?
Okay. So any watch guys out there, I'm into the buying and selling of Rolexes. The whole buying a new Rolex is crazy to me just because it's so expensive. I had bought 2 used vintage Rolexes from like the 80s and 90s this year, and I was able to sell them for this. And this is a Grail piece of mine. It's a GMT, so it's got a hand. No matter where I go around the world, it stays on LA time. So I can adjust the time and be in Sydney, and then it'll stay on LA time. 2-tone, black, gold. I wear black every day. This is perfection. It's perfection. I'm obsessed with this watch. Steven Nozikoff, David's manager, has got me obsessed with Rolexes. So he almost made me broke because of this whole thing. So
Speaking of being a toddler, I am a toddler in the watch community.
yeah,
And just seeing that is making
yeah.
my timbers shiver.
We need to get someone at some point over the next year of like just a watch expert and just discuss what a good starter watch is, and then what like the different elevations of watches. I think that'd be a good idea.
Hey, if you're a watch guy or a watch gal or a watch they, hit us up on @manlythingspod. Also, www.manlythingspod.com, where you can submit photos, questions, concerns. Same thing with the Instagram. You can send us DMs. We have someone, Zawadi, love her. She's
Thank you,
checking all the time.
Appreciate you, Zawadi.
Yeah, follow us all over there. TikTok as well. We post all of our clips. It's really important that you follow us everywhere else other than YouTube, because you're going to get some secret behind the scenes clips and stories and things if you venture off into the world of the handheld platforms.
Real quick, is TikTok about to be banned?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Second, I want to start a tradition.
Please.
This is really short.
Please.
Whenever we start talking about our clothes, we have to look at each other and go, fit check. 1, 2, 3. Fit check. Whatever. I need you to, this is a game. Name that Christmas movie
Lovely.
that I
love
am
it.
giving an ode to with this.
With your
fit. Let me
outfit?
stand in front of the wide.
Oh, we about to do okay. He's standing up. He's got a chambray shirt on, gray sweatpants, took his hat off, and standing there. I have no idea.
You don't know?
I have no idea.
It's one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time.
Okay, let's rattle them off. Home Alone 1.
Incorrect. You want to
Home
know?
Alone 2.
Incorrect. You want to know?
Go ahead.
Wolf of Wall Street. You know that
Is it a
scene
Christmas movie?
where he starts getting paralyzed? It came out on Christmas.
Oh yeah.
That scene when he gets
Wow.
paralyzed and he's like falling down the stairs and getting into his
my
Lamborghini.
God.
I am
That.
dressed
Oh.
for the holidays. Thank you very much.
Okay.
On the bottoms,
Okay,
I
yeah.
have my R13 platform Converse. Then I have my new Bombas socks. Bombas,
Great socks.
they're from fucking Shark Tank. Did you know?
Give a pair, get a pair, or get a pair, give a pair. I think
love
that's what they
them.
do.
Shop Bombas. Also, wait, don't. Not yet until you get a code from us. On the bottoms, I have these. God, this is really bad. These are Adidas X. He is a diddler. The guy who made these pants. Don't like him.
We don't like him.
Shirt from Target. Shirt from Amazon.
It looks it's a Levi shirt. It's a Levi. Don't say Amazon.
Oh yeah,
it's Levi's
I got it from Amazon.
Okay.
Levi shirt from Amazon. Hat
Dodgers.
from Hat Club, and I got a new ring.
Very nice ring from
Benelli Kilcolin.
Okay. I like it.
What do you think about my stack?
Love the stack.
You know, there's a stigma.
I like it
with
all.
like men wearing rings are typically known to be sleazeballs and like, ew, he rides a chopper. Like, ew,
sick.
I don't know, but I think it's modest. I think it's
great.
Clean.
And it's not heavy at all. It's not too heavy. You got one ring on your thumb, middle finger, index finger, and then I might have that wrong, but then ring finger, pointer finger. Yeah, it's great.
Should I add more? Or?
No. I think the way you have it is great. If you had more, then you'd a sleazeball for sure.
Okay, next topic.
Correct. Going back to Mr. Corn Sweat, we have seen the trailer. So by the time this episode comes out, the trailer is across the world.
Yeah, and we have to take a minute to rub it in because we saw it before you.
We did. He graciously showed it to us. I was at an event on Monday today, and with him in the cast, showing the trailer in a theater to some press that was there. It was crazy.
This is like 9/11. Where were you when you saw the Superman trailer for the first time?
Oh, I was so luckily put the twins to bed, and I wanted Scotty to see it just so she can see like sometimes when I'm watching YouTube and I'll be up on the TV, she'll be like, "That's Daddy," and so David's sitting next to us with my wife, Scotty and me, and then we thought, oh, she'll say like, "That's David." She didn't.
Nothing happened.
No, but my initial feeling when I saw it, I did get a little teary eyed. I was like, and I genuinely, the first words out of my mouth, I was like, "You're fucked, dude." He's a very modest guy. Last time I saw him, he was talking about flying Southwest to Burbank from Philadelphia. I was like, "That's not gonna happen." It's sweet. It's genuine, and I think after this, I walking with Julia to the trailer today, I was like, your life after this week is genuinely about to change. So I'm so excited for them, man. Like, it brought tears to my eyes. It's an unbelievable trailer. And I'm not like a Superman nerd. Are you like do you know a lot about Superman?
Nothing.
The fact that there was a dog, I had no idea.
I know.
And this trailer just rocked my world, man. It genuinely rocked my world.
I was in the office and he said, "Come to my car and watch the trailer." So I went to his car and literally, this is my reaction. 2 parts. The one part where he stands in front of the girl and the car is like pummeling towards him and it's in slow motion. And then the one part where he's on his knee punching through the fucking glass wall. This was my reaction.
In the car.
And he jumped. Sorry, Pluto.
Oh, Pluto.
Dude.
Crazy.
It blew me away. And when it ended, I was like,
and to see
this is
him,
bad, dude.
And to see him as that character, like we know him as obviously David, but to see him as Clark Kent, as Superman, we're gonna get transported to. He's not gonna be recognizable really.
My favorite part, and I can't wait for the entire film. And this is like the film geek inside of me. The camera work. Is, oh my god, the movement and they use like fisheye lenses for a lot of the close-ups. Dude, it's so unique. It's so cool.
And what's cool about it is when you watch the trailer, you think it gives away a lot. Like you think you see almost every character, you see everyone. And I was like, man, I feel like they kind of gave away a lot. And he was like, when he walked away from it, he's like, man, they didn't show anything.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great great film, man. Yeah, I'm excited for him, and I'm
Jesus.
excited for the whole crew. And the cast was great. I think Nick Holt as Lex Luthor looks
Oh my
so
God,
good. Looks
yeah.
so badass. Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane is going to absolutely crush it. She's genuinely one of my favorite actresses. Like Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is one of my favorite shows of all time. So to see all them together, and I'm gonna share an image with them outside the marquee from just this. Not many movies put on an event like that for a trailer release. Like that's how big this shit's gonna be. So very excited. I'm also like a little anxious because it's gonna be a lot of work, but very exciting.
David, pull up your pants and buckle up because this motherfucker is gonna be a wild.
It's gonna be a wild one, man. It's a wild one. So thank you, David. We obviously had to talk about that. He's a part of our show. He's a part of our lives.
He made the show.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's the Superman roundup. But now, obviously, this is a fashion podcast. With it being the end of 2024 and going into 2025, we wanted to talk to you guys real quick about what we saw in 2024 and hated and are excited to leave behind in 2024. What we hope continues from 2024 to 2025, and then what we hope to see in 2025, or what we think. We're going to predict some things. We could be way off, but we're fashion people, so let's see what we have going on here. One of the first things I saw a lot of in 2024, and I think, and we even talked about it with Parker too, on the episode with him, is athleisure. I think after COVID and where we are as a country, as a world, I think we're now getting back into the office. I think we're leaving the whole comfortable clothing in the professional workspace and even just day-to-day life. LA is a little different because I think LA, we lean towards the yoga stuff and hiking and all that kind of stuff. But I think across the country, I think we're getting ready to leave this. I don't see this athleisure stuff in New York at all anymore. Like, what do you think about this?
I agree with you. I almost agree with you. Athleisure should be sort of weaned out of everyone's lifestyle wardrobe and just left for like working out and to and from and like your Sundays, I guess. But what I recognize this year about athleisure is like everyone took part in it. You had stores like Vuori who opened up a ton of stores this year. Lululemon did a shit ton of marketing this year. And even
Aloe does a lot of stuff
right,
like that too now, yeah.
But not even that, but the high luxury brands. Loewe had a whole athleisure brand with On shoes, or athleisure line. So everyone's getting at it as it's totally dead. I mean,
but I will say the fact that you brought those up kind of refreshed in my mind. They're also making somewhat dressier clothing. Lululemon makes a pretty good like trouser that comes across as like almost like a chino, and same with Aloe. So these brands I think are even trying to elevate themselves a little bit versus them just throwing out sweatpants. I was genuinely about to say, please don't leave your house in sweatpants and going out in public. And my co-host here is in sweatpants. So that being said, skinny jeans and baggy jeans. We should have I don't want Lucas to do this, but a skull just being like skinny jeans, dead. Baggy jeans, dead. Like skinny suit. Yeah. You think baggy jeans are here to stay?
That was my bad.
Okay,
no,
okay.
I thought it was going somewhere else. Baggy jeans.
Yeah. But I genuinely think for whatever reason, skinny jeans now, man, are like full on 6 feet under.
They were completely overdone. And I want to bring up, not personally, but in observing, one of the most relevant style icons of the young generation is Playboy Cardi, believe it or not.
Okay.
And he pushed skinny jeans so hard in the beginning of the year with his Opium style, which we have pulled up here.
Yeah, we have this here, right? This one right here?
Yeah, so Opium style, Opium, first of all, is his record label, and his fans coined that term just for like life. The way they act, the music they listen to, the way they dress, and the brands that sort of tailor that are Balenciaga, Rick Owens, some Amiri, especially in the jeans, and a lot of these kids go thrift and vintage shopping for their tops.
Mhm.
Um, it it was such a heavy movement in the beginning of the year, and like skinny jeans in their generation, and honestly in mine, don't even exist anymore because
Yeah.
the skinny jean now has a little bit of flair to it.
Mhm.
Skinny pants in the younger generation, I think, are affiliated with the Love Island UK.
Ugh.
They are the epitome of skinny jeans
and skinny like tailoring,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and like that all is so gone. So I'm curious to see if the whole like a new season of those Love Island shows or those dating shows, if they'll transition from that, you know. I don't know.
Probably not. But on the other side of the spectrum, baggy jeans, which I'm a little embarrassed.
Mm-hmm. But like super like I'm saying like over baggy jeans, like oversized baggy jeans.
Right. So I'm super embarrassed to mention that I got 2 really big
Recently?
baggy jeans. Yeah.
You have to wear them
So
next time.
yeah, I'm gonna wear them. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna make it work.
So have you worn them in public yet?
Yeah, of course. I wore them on
Okay.
the show. They're the Dr. Collectors ones.
Oh yeah, those
Super
are great. They weren't like crazy baggy though.
Oh man, you should.
Really?
I'll take a picture and I'll show you how baggy they
Oh
are.
wow, okay.
I look like the genie from Aladdin. Oh my god, it's crazy. Something that goes along with baggy jeans, because I want to
Mm-hmm.
deflect all of this judgment that I'm getting right now, is a lot of kids and people nowadays wear crop tops with baggy jeans, and crop tops need to get the fuck out of here. Sorry, I'm embarrassed.
Please go on. Yeah.
I tried crop tops like 3 times.
Did you leave the house in these instead crop top?
Yeah. Sorry, I just got
Wait,
like,
you must have been
flashbacks.
You must have been sweating and self-conscious like so much.
Right.
I would have paid to have like just a camera on you.
I didn't. And you know what's the worst part? I didn't have someone to shave my back, so like
oh dear
I had
God.
a hairy back coming out from my
And
crop
sweaty.
top. Please leave
Oh my
crop tops
God.
and baggy jeans
That needs to go.
in
Yeah, it needs to go.
2024.
Lastly, this may be controversial. I do genuinely think like mullets, maybe. I think there's a version of mullets that are starting to come out. But like the genuine like mullet mustache guy, like that dirty kind of guy is I think we're done.
I totally agree with you.
I think we're done.
I think that mustaches have been saturated throughout way too many like genres, and
You're covering yours. The way you do it with the beard, like
my what?
your mustache. You don't. But if you just had the mustache, then it would be a weird thing. But I think the way you can grow a mustache, you're fine. You can do whatever you want with your mustache. I think the guys who can't grow one, hence Timothy Chalamet on this press tour right now, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, and I'm gonna blow anyone up who's a part of this because it's dog shit. I think it's part of a movie, cool, but like you're also probably not filming right now, so just shave that fucking thing. Any of that stuff is just like the dirty mullet. It's not for us.
Unfortunately, though, they can't grow all of the hair. It's like you're not committing to the whole look.
Then just don't do it. Like
Yeah, right.
that's what I'm saying. Is like what are you trying to grow a mustache for? Like if it's a part of a role, fine, do it. But like you're not shooting right now. Like what do you have that? Like, I'm sorry, I'm getting caught up on my boy here, but yeah, I think that like whole movement of like the ironic mullet, ironic mustache, I think that's gone. I think the way you do yours is great. Like I'll grow mine out, but still have the stubble. Like I think that's that's fine. But the guys who like all of a sudden shave their beard and have a mustache just to be weird, I think like kiss goodbye, dude. I think that's done.
Those are 4 of the most relevant trends that really should not move any forward.
I got hot and bothered, man. My apologies.
I know I'm sweating too.
I got a little.
There's a
Yeah,
whole
sorry.
list.
Sorry.
There's a whole list of things that we wish we could cover, but we're short on time. So we're
Okay.
going to move right on to the trends that we
Yes.
think will continue into 2025.
Yes.
What do you think?
So I was kind of pushed into this trend because in terms of my tailoring, and I'm actually gonna show a picture of David at this trailer event that we had today, with him in the cast, and we had him basically in like a high waisted straight trouser, like touched the shoe nicely, puddled a tiny bit. I'm usually more of like a slimmer leg, like or a tapered leg. And this was we didn't even taper it. It just went straight to the shoe and and even like Nick Holt is in a look. He's got a trench coat and like baggy trousers. But it all looked good. I think for bigger guys, it's a better look. I think smaller guys, like we talked about from our guy who we broke down last week, it's a little tougher. But I think the straight trouser, not over baggy and not super slim. I think the straight trouser is going to be here for a while.
What era is the straight trouser from?
Man,
Is it like 1920s?
I wouldn't
maybe?
even go that far back. I would almost reference it more of like, yeah, I mean, it could be like a 20s to 50s era. I was thinking like 60s, 70s, but like that's like a whole different situation. I think you're right. I think it could be like a 20s, 30s, 40s
I think
situation.
we're gonna have a big influx, and we're even seeing it recently on red carpets, like flapper era.
100%.
1920s,
Yeah.
1930s.
But I think it's so, and I think we're gonna get into that with 20. I think the modern era is gonna incorporate that a little bit, and I think that's where it's like attitude comes out. So like that kind of suiting is gonna be awesome, but if you incorporate chains and like just cool accessories, I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. I also, and this could be a bias on my end, I think like the cowboy core is here to stay for a little bit. I think the Yellowstone movement and what Shabuzi's doing, kind of getting in the mainstream of, and then that may be a little overdone with what they're doing and what he's doing with his styling. But I think with what Post has been doing, I think that cowboy core of like Wranglers, I think it's more so branding. Wranglers, Levi's, jean jackets, boot cut jeans, boots, cowboy boots. I think that's going to be here for a while. What do you think?
I don't disagree.
Mm-hmm.
What it also does is it brings a larger amount of people into the same environment. Meaning, a lot of people can afford Levi's, can afford Carhartts, can afford
Wranglers,
all of
Lee,
these brands.
all those. Yeah.
So these looks, this cowboy core is kind of easy to achieve, and I don't think that it'll be completely oversaturated in the next year, because I don't think too many people are interested in it. But for the people that are, I think there's a lot to play with, and there's a huge budget to play with as well, small and large.
Yeah, great point, because I think it's a hard thing to pull off. Like the amount of times it took me such a long time to like really genuinely commit to like wearing cowboy boots every day, or like wearing Wranglers, or like the bootcut jean. You know, the cowboy hat, I will not do it. Genuinely have thought about wearing a cowboy hat around LA. I look like such a dickhead. Yeah, I know. You'd be driving by and there's that guy, like loser, wearing a cowboy hat. That's not gonna happen. I don't ride horses or do anything like that. So that's never gonna happen. But and then again, I think watch, like I said, watches and accessories right now are so big. I think, especially on the men's side, I'm as a stylist, I don't pull a lot of jewelry for my guys. I think it's like a personal situation that they usually have their own stuff. But I think watches right now are so popular, especially in like the celebrity world, and I feel like everyone's kind of looking at what the other person's wearing.
Yeah. Again, I'm trying to get into the watch game.
I mean, you have one of the more beautiful watches. You should be wearing that every day.
Yeah, but I want like 10 of the more beautiful watches.
I mean, you just gotta wear that one though, man. You'll be fine.
Yo, you're just gonna hit me. Get into
done deal. Yeah, great. Okay, so now this is where we predict the future.
You're one of the guys to do that. Me, not so much.
Yeah. This is always like, I feel like it's one of those where when you think about it and you don't tell anyone and it hits, you're like, I knew that was gonna happen. But now that we're saying it out loud, it probably won't happen.
I also want to give a shout out to my boy Jack.
Jack
Scott.
Okay.
Jack Scott.
Why do we know Jack Scott?
I've known him for like 15 years.
Cool.
One of my good buddies. He actually has a pretty special talent at trend forecasting.
Okay.
And 6 months ago, he texted me and said, I need you to know that solid color, opaque tights are going to be big. And Dior, Bodie, all of these brands have started putting out white, blue, purple, like opaque tights. Men wearing these opaque tights.
Huh.
I think, considering that we're about to talk about trends to look out for, It's up in the air. I think in general on
Yeah.
the red carpet we're gonna see some specific things, but like on the street
Yeah.
and in fashion in general, there's gonna be. I think we're gonna see some really interesting, unique, eclectic, ironic shit this
Yeah.
year.
Because it's one of those things where like fashion is cyclical. So
Mhm.
like some like '90s, all like it'll all come back. But I think right now we're at a time and like the modern times kind of collaborating with the older times. So I think we're in a funky situation, and I think that's where it comes down to personal style, and you kind of you do what you want to do, and like what you like, and kind of commit to what you want to commit to, and not really necessarily follow the trends and kind of believe in what you want to believe in. But we'll get into that later. So I think like leather jackets, man. I think leather's back, and it doesn't have to be like the leather moto jacket. I think so. As much as I was crushing Timothy Chalamet, like the leather blazer, like he's been wearing like this, like leather tops, leather jackets a bunch. I think leather blazers or leather, like different leather. I think that's been a fabric that's kind of been missing over the past couple of years, and for whatever reason, I think that's going to be coming back this year.
There
Any
are
thoughts
two
on that?
leather pieces that I want to shout
Mm.
out that I hope either show up on the red carpet as archive or just make an appearance. 2001 or 4, Maison Margiela,
Okay.
they did the belt jacket. It's a
It's just a belt.
moto jacket
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just all belts.
Oh, okay.
Dude, amazing. Second, in the 70s and 80s, there was a popular scalloped leather jacket that was
Okay.
going around right here.
Okay.
I really hope that they make a comeback because, again, leather definitely. I'm going to pull the pictures up.
Yeah.
Leather has been left out, and I think leather. I'm going to go off on a tiny little tangent.
Please.
Poppy. There's a girl named Poppy. She was on YouTube originally, but now she does metal music. She was relevant in like 2022 and 3, and she was hitting all the red carpets. And what she was doing was like S&M leather, overdoing and over. There was just so much leather in her looks, and people loved it. But because of that, we lost it, and now we need to reintroduce leather in a more cordial way, in a more like acceptable way.
And it could be like leather shirt jackets, leather pants. I don't know if you saw what Shabuzi wore on SNL. He was all leather, all black leather, the biggest bolo tie you will ever see. And so we'll get a picture. We'll get a picture of that. But all leather, like that's where I think it's gonna come across, whether it be pants, trousers, shirts, jackets. I think it's gonna be a big fabric.
Another big thing happened on SNL that I don't know if that it happened, but Trisha Paytas made her SNL debut. Oh my God. We're so excited for you, Trisha. Please, if you ever want to come onto the show, you're more than welcome to, if you ever want to talk about fashion or anything. But please, great job. You did fantastic. We love you.
I can't wait to Google Trisha Paytas. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Now I think that so I think another trend to look out for, I think, is like the chambray look. So kind of like just more so chambray, all denim kind of vibe. I think for whatever reason that's been kind of somewhat popular over the past couple years, but I think it's kind of one of those where we're gonna be seeing more of it, or at least it's gonna be here to stay. I personally love a chambray shirt. I have my vintage guy, our Tommy, who we talk about a lot. Anytime he has like a oversized or XL, double XL Wrangler shirt, he holds for me just because I love those things.
2024 brought all denim looks a little bit to the red carpet and to the forefront of fashion, but I think people are going to utilize denim in a new way this year.
And I think it could be one of those where like you see a lot of like denim shirts, denim, obviously like jeans on the bottom, and then like a blazer over it. I think it's like the classic double, like a Ralph Lauren look,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe we'll see that on David a little bit. And then speaking of, I think loafers. I've never been a loafer guy, but for whatever reason, I've been pulling a lot more loafers because like to me, like a lace up is just so boring. A lace up dress shoe. I've always been a boots guy, but I think for whatever reason, loafers have a little bit more attitude right now than like a normal dress shoe.
When Tyler the Creator dropped "Call Me If You Get Lost," I got 2 pairs of loafers from Doc Martens, and I never wore them because I'm also not a loafer guy. I could never figure out how to style them. If you go back on my TikTok at Sleazy Salamander, there are a few videos of me trying so hard to style the loafers, and it
A
never
loafer
worked.
Doc Marten.
Yeah, I think they're one of the more popular
Hmm.
styles of loafer that are.
But
I mean,
like
they're
no,
definitely
like,
affordable.
yeah. I just think that like personally, I will never wear a loafer. Like I think like the Gucci loafer to me is like such an overplayed look. However, it's a classic for a reason, and I just genuinely think that they're like brands are being very creative with the different loafers that they're making, and I think we're gonna see a lot of those now.
You ever hear of Black and Decker?
Like the
The brand?
like the drill.
No, not Black and Decker.
Okay.
Blackstock and Weber.
Okay, that's yeah.
You ever heard?
Nope.
They are a great company that does like lace-up boots, loafers, derbies.
Okay.
They're like moderately priced, but
Okay.
really beautiful stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, I genuinely don't think I'll incorporate them in my personal wardrobe. However, I'm
okay.
yeah. Watch tomorrow or next episode. I have a fucking loafer on.
Right.
So I think oddly enough, I've always told you like never pairing a suit with a belt. I still will always stand by that. However, I think it's a belt right now is going to be a fun accessory to add to a cool look. Getting away from a suit, but I think if you have a cool trouser look, even like just jeans, I think just having like a belt, you know, back in the day, I don't know if you like middle school, those like canvas belts that you would like that were really big and it would hang down, right?
Dude.
Okay, so we're not gonna
With
go
my
that.
fucking deep V from American Apparel.
Oh my god!
Please.
So if you not that long of a hang, but if you get a cool belt, leather with like some metal tips and like almost get it like, so if you have a 30, so here's a belt tutorial for you. If you have a 34 waist, you always buy a 36-inch belt. It's always an inch, or I'm sorry, the 2 inches higher, just so you'll have extra room just in case. 30-inch waist, a 32-inch belt. So now I'm saying, get a fun, creative, cool belt. Now instead of if you're 32-inch waist, get a 36-inch one and have it like hang a little bit and have that be part of your look, showing a little bit of attitude to it.
I am really hoping that 2 kinds of belts come back. One, the studded belt from Hot Topic.
Oh my god!
That you buckle on the side so that the studs are in the front.
Did you ever? No.
Don't
all,
know me.
Wait,
That's what I did.
No, but all you would do was just slide it. So you do it still in the front and get it done, and then just slide it through the loop.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the act of putting on the belt. I'm talking about the look. Yes, I know that you do the belt like a regular belt and you push it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The point is to talk about how it looks. Anyway,
yeah,
the second belt.
That's not going to happen, but yeah, sure.
Watch. The second belt that I want to bring back is, do you remember when PacSun introduced the buckle belt with all the graphics on it?
Yeah.
And the buckle had like teeth on it?
Yeah.
Not like actual teeth.
Quicksilver.
But
Quicksilver.
Yes,
Quicksilver. Oh my god. Billabong. Yeah, dude.
Love that shit.
Oh. What a time.
Speaking of belts, did you know that, going back to that belt jacket, there's like a lore that Sam just told us.
Mm-hmm.
It is passed around New York City to all these like high profile rappers like
between like
Young Thug and artists, and there's a guy on TikTok that actually tracks the jacket. It's very fascinating. So belts are definitely in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's basically the show. Again, we just to wrap it up real quick. Genuinely appreciate you guys listening. I think we're actually helping people. Based off of the conversations I had this weekend, it does genuinely feel like we're helping people, and that's such a great feeling. Even if it's 2 people, I will take it.
Also, based off of the comments that we receive on the YouTube videos and on our Instagram and TikToks, thank you, first of all, for liking and commenting. And
thank you.
If you want, please comment questions, comments, concerns. We're more than happy to answer. Me on my page, Evan never gets online, but Zawadi also is a pool of knowledge regarding fashion. And so hit us up on anything that you want. But on YouTube specifically, there's so many people commenting saying, like their experiences with fashion or
Okay.
questions, and I love answering.
Yeah, that's great. And yeah, thank you for being active on there. That's a huge help to us. And again, we're talking about trends, what happened this year, what's going to happen this next year. But again, I think style is who you are. So don't try and be a trendsetter and try and do something that you're never, that's hard to pull off. Be true to who you are. I think that's your style essentially, is being true to who you are as a person, and just being confident in what you're wearing rather than trying to pull something off, hence the crop top situation, right? That's not your style. You went for it and you tried it and it didn't work. So, or it didn't.
Shut up.
Do you have pictures of it? Can you please? Yeah. This is why I want you to do the daily thing again, is so we can break down those looks.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, keep on watching us in order to get comfortable with fashion, because that's all we talk about, and we make it fun and interesting and exciting. And we're running out of things to say. I'm just going to start speaking Italian soon.
Yeah, it's about to be the new year, so which means the NFL postseason is about to come up. So we're going to be breaking down NFL postseason stuff, Super Bowl, and I don't know, maybe you'll see us on Radio Row. We don't know yet. Maybe did I just jinx it? I don't know.
Yeah, you probably did.
This has been Manly Things.
Sort of.